Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing week and have got a nice weekend planned in front of you. Today, guys, we're going to be diving into Cardano, and this is a video that is going to cheer up many of you ADA holders out there. I know the past 2 months has been pretty hard for many of us, certainly as a Cardano holder and somebody that makes videos on it daily. I've definitely noticed the sentiment start to wane. I actually don't think that this is warranted, and I think right now there is a fantastic opportunity to accumulate Cardano at these prices, knowing that we are going to see new all-time highs. And we're going to get into that in this video. I'm going to be telling you why I believe smart money is accumulating. I'm going to be showing you some evidence for this, and I'm also going to be showing you what is playing out in my opinion, and show you that there is credence, there is substance to support this. This, in my opinion, is where you accumulate for the next leg up. This isn't where you should be selling. You don't buy high and sell low. That's kind of the opposite to things. And this video was really inspired by a tweet that I tweeted out. If you're not already following me on Twitter, guys, head over to @RealAllInCrypto. We're going to talk about a number of things in this video, but this is what inspired it, and this is where I believe smart money is accumulating and selling. Smart money is called smart money for a reason. We're going to tackle a number of questions related to this, and we're going to bring up a number of points of evidence to prove this. Remember, guys, before I get into the video, we do have the stake pool. All in is the ticker. You can delegate through Yoroi and Daedalus. And we are now nearly at 400,000 Cardano in the stake pool. So we are on the precipice of minting blocks. If you guys want to join us, head over. Also, join the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the description. We'd love to have you there. It is quite stake pool focused at the moment, but we would love everybody that's a part of the All in Crypto crew to get involved. So big up you guys. Thank you very much for all the support. Let's get into the video, guys. So first of all, if I'm going to tell you that institutions and smart money is accumulating, how can I back that up other than showing you that it's present on the chart, showing you things like Wyckoff Accumulation and that it's present here to kind of really back up what I'm saying? Well, what I can do is go over to CoinShare. CoinShare is a digital asset fund, and this shows weekly inflows by big players, i.e. smart money, people with a lot of money. And one thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to go over a number of reports. We're going to start with September the 27th. If we take a look at Cardano on September the 27th, in actual fact, guys, we could even go, whilst I've got you here, if we take a look at where Cardano really started to sell off, so the 7th of September is where we saw this big drop. What drives markets more than anything are institutions, big money. Retail do, of course, help, and you do have a FOMO stage to a run, but ultimately, it's largely driven and started by institutions, big players, smart money, kind of starting the ball rolling. You know, markets are absolutely manipulated. Anybody that tells you anything different has got no concept of what they're talking about. They are 100% manipulated through things like media, of course, money and inflows, etc., etc. But that is for another video. So if we go to the 6th of September, or let's do the 13th of September, sorry. Okay, it wants to be slow. We'll have to scrap that. We'll start from the 27th, guys. And what I want to do is show you what's getting accumulated here, the flow of money into what asset. And we're going to take a look at this, of course, is the 26th of September. So if we put a little marker in here, the reason I'm doing this, guys, is to show you that there's accumulation taking place by smart money. So this was the 27th of September, or roundabouts. 27th of September. Let's make that a little bit smaller, and we'll keep it in green. Green's a nice buying sign. Let's take a look at what was accumulated by people using CoinShare, i.e. big players. You can see that Cardano had a 2.6 weekly inflow, slightly less than other coins, higher than things like Bitcoin Cash, of course lower than Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you can see here that institutions are still buying into Cardano here. If we take a look at the 4th of October, we'll put that on the chart. You can see again, and the reason I'm showing you this is to show you that you do have institutional uptick here. You can see that they're still buying Cardano. They've dropped the amount of Solana that they're buying. They're not really going after Binance. But still, one thing that's concurrent is they're continuing to buy Cardano. If we look at the 18th, let's put that on here. And then I'm going to jump into some Wyckoff Accumulation to show you that it's present. Again, ladies and gentlemen, what do we see? Continuing to buy Cardano. Yes, they might be buying more Polkadot at this time, less multi-assets, less Ethereum. But one thing that's concurrent is they continue to buy Cardano. Even though the price is doing this, and what are retail saying at this moment in time? They are largely negative, bearish, telling you that Cardano's dead, even though we've made a video going over the fact that it is the second most used blockchain out there. It really annoys me because a lot of the comments that come Cardano's way, certainly the negative ones, are unfounded. If there's factual discrepancies, if there's factual knowledge backing up the claims, that the negative comments towards Cardano, then sure, you've got to look at that. But the majority are complete FUD, nonsense, and people that are looking to vent their frustration. That is the truth, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to upset anybody with that comment, but it's the truth. If we take a look at the most recent one, we can see that Cardano is 5. Obviously, Polkadot saw a huge uptick. Ethereum still being accumulated, but Cardano is still being accumulated over other assets here. And this is why, the reason I'm showing you this is to show you that this is typically what you would call a smart money vehicle to get into the crypto space. And you can see that there are inflows to Cardano here. And this is just one of many. I chose CoinShare because they are one of the most well known. And this was, of course, the 1st of November. So if institutions are buying here, guys, why is retail selling? Well, it's media driven. You know, it goes back to that. Do you guys remember we had shown the Wall Street cheat sheet and applied it to Cardano to show you the similarities? This is how Wall Street will map out when to enter and exit a market and the kind of cycles, how they navigate the cycles. And this is absolutely present, and they use this tool, and this is at play today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got depression as the last stage here. How many Cardano holders are at that stage? And what they will do is shake as many people out as possible. It's why we tweeted this, to really highlight that what you shouldn't be doing at these prices is selling. That's my opinion. It's not financial advice. But seriously, if you look at history, and we've also done it, we've looked at areas in Cardano where the price has just gone sideways and what typically leads after that. And there was one exception in the entirety of this bull market where the price has gone sideways and you've gone up. There was only one time where it actually went the opposite way, and that was only briefly before then going back up. When the price does this, if you look historically, it's been an amazing buying opportunity. And back to what we spoke in yesterday's video in relation to the hard forks and why we're seeing this price action. After a hard fork, when you bottom, and we're getting to the same sort of time period that we saw over here and here, is typically a fantastic buying opportunity. And that's what I believe is at hand today, ladies and gentlemen. I understand the frustration, but trust me, you know, there's a reason I come on here day in, day out, talking about Cardano, regardless of the negativity that gets thrown my way, because I am confident in what I am saying. Yes, you know, we're 2 months in now, but ultimately it's going to happen, guys. I am sure of that. Not financial advice, certainly a bet that I'm personally taking. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of evidence to suggest it. And this is just one way of me showing you that. So in relation to this, let's talk about Wyckoff Accumulation and why it could possibly be present here. Now, Wyckoff really came on the scenes, was it Unaccomplished? Had essentially brought it up in relation to Bitcoin. And boy, oh boy, was he right. And now everyone calls everything Wyckoff. It's not always the case, but Wyckoff distribution accumulation is absolutely present. If you do a bit of background on why Wyckoff theory came into existence, Richard Wyckoff, I think it was, I can't quite remember his first name, came up with Wyckoff method to basically give retail a little bit of a heads up in regards to when institutions might be buying and selling. He called them the composite man. This is the whole notion, the whole thing that we're talking about markets being manipulated. And they absolutely are, guys. There's no... people can't help themselves. It's that simple. And if you have the power to do it, you're going to do it. In most cases, certainly. But Wyckoff came, you know, pointed out the composite man to give people a heads up and to show you when institutions were taking profit and when they were accumulating in order to push the price up and when they were distributing in order to dump it. And that's what we're seeing today. And I'm actually going to show you that Wyckoff accumulation and distribution, certainly distribution was present here and accumulation was present here, is actually playing out in Cardano today, which ties in with our theory of why we believe smart money is actually accumulating here. Also, if you look at a lot of these wicks, why you get these flaws, just the structure itself, this is a bottoming out structure, ladies and gentlemen, in the same way that this was. Remember we inverted the chart? You can see it. The reason we invert the chart is because it's even more clear inverted. Can you see this? You're going to get a spill, which of course would be a move to the upside with the chart the right way up, which I'm going to put back for you now. But to me, this is some form of Wyckoff accumulation, and we know based on the CoinShare reports that that institutions, smart money, big players are accumulating and targeting Cardano, and I think this is a trend that we're going to see continue. Why would they not? Okay, yes, we had the hard fork, which means we see a bit of a lull, but the next hype, the next big boom, and we did this by looking at Ethereum and what happened when they had DeFi and how it correlated with the price going up. You're going to see a huge growth on the Cardano network. You're already seeing it. It's going to continue to accelerate. The demand for the underlying token is going to explode with a Plutus backend when we see dApps and applications launching. Things look really, really good, guys, and I have no idea. Well, I have an idea, but I don't think that the pessimism that's about it is warranted at all. So what we're going to do, guys, is try and maybe show you a few. So this is the typical kind of schematic for your Wyckoff accumulation. They sell off. Who do you think causes these big wicks here, guys? Yes, we know that leverage and liquidation of that leverage positions are definitely a factor, but to actually cause these big moves in markets, typically it's institutional or big smart money. It's not retail that will, they need to collectively get together. Typically, it's smart money that causes these big rational price movements. And what they'll do is they'll sell here and they'll buy here. And they'll keep doing this, ladies and gentlemen, because they have the power to do it. And right now, they're accumulating. So let's get back into some of these schematics. I'm going to wrap the video up. I know it's Friday. You guys probably want to go and enjoy your Friday evenings. I hope you've got some nice things planned. I think I'm going to go out for some lunch or some dinner later. So this is your Wyckoff, basic Wyckoff accumulation schematic. We're going to show you some examples. This one, for example, look like there's any similarities to you guys. See how you're getting this kind of floor, this basing out structure that I'm talking about. This is another example, a little bit more complicated. I think this was Apple. Can you see this? You get a sell-off. You make these kind of marginally lower lows, but here's really where you see the accumulation. And somebody, I'd actually said that smart money was accumulating on Twitter. Somebody had replied saying, well, why aren't we seeing it in the volume? Why aren't we seeing these big influxes of volume if it's smart money, if it's such well-backed positions? The reason being is because smart money doesn't do that. In the same way with the distribution for Bitcoin, they did it over time, was because they can't just dump their position. They need to hype it up, sell into that, because if they just sold without any buy pressure, the price would go right down. They wouldn't be able to exit or get the most bang for their buck. So they have to do it in a smart manner, and this is gradual over time. And if some of these players just decided to dump all at once, the price would go right down. Then if they dump the next lot, they probably wouldn't get filled on what they get. A lot more money. They can extract a lot more money out of markets by doing it over time. I hope that makes sense to you. So back to some of our Wyckoff. Can you see? Does this look similar to you guys or what? Here we have another example. Very, very similar, and we're just waiting to come out the other side of it. And I've maintained this stance for a while now, nearly 2 months. This dip, this pullback is nothing but a buying opportunity. The Wall Street cheat sheet's absolutely present. It's as present as it was. This is a video that we made over a year ago, or nearly over a year ago now, where we spoke about this Wall Street cheat sheet taking place. And you can see it is as broad as day. This is Ethereum when Ethereum was around about $400. There's absolutely methods of play in market. So back to this, guys. You can see that this is present. You can see here, this is another great example. This really ties in very nicely with our Elliott wave theory. Can you see this? That's what you've got here. Accumulate, sell, accumulate, sell, accumulate, sell. Just rinse and repeat, guys, and you need to think like smart money in order to make money in these markets. That was really all I have for you in this video. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. If you're not already in the Discord, guys, hit the link in the description. That'll take you over to our Discord. Remember, we've got the Cardano stake pool all in, nearly at 400,000 Cardano delegated. We are going to get to the point where we're minting blocks, and we'd like you all to be a part of that. I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. Go and take a look at your some of your Wyckoff examples, and you'll see that it's absolutely present, ladies and gents. I hope I've shown you that. I'm going to love and leave you guys. I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one.